Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in again today. I wanted to film a quick re-review of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I filmed a review of this a while back when this was included in a kit sold by QVC, but it's since been released by Sephora. It's available on Sephora.com and slowly making its way to Sephora stores now. So with that, it's now more widely available, so I kind of wanted to revisit it and do a re-review. I also watched my original review, which I'll link below, and it really turned into more of a comparison video between the Full Coverage Foundation and the Smooth Operator Tinted Moisturizer, which really wasn't my original intent for the video. Somehow I got into a comparison video. So if you're interested in more of a comparison, please click the link below. But I just wanted to chat a little bit about this foundation. The packaging on the new one that you can buy on TarteCosmetics.com and also on Sephora.com is slightly different. They've also changed the name to Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage 12-Hour Foundation, or there's a new name for it, which I'll likely be putting in the title. It's slightly different. They've added a 12-hour claim to the title that wasn't originally there when it was included in the QVC kit, but I don't think that it's really changed the product at all, at least from what I can tell or from what I've heard. The product itself is the same. It's just been marketed and packaged a little bit differently since it was first available in that kit. Anyways, getting on to the foundation review. This is a medium to full coverage foundation. It claims to act as a balancing foundation. The Amazonian Clay in this works to absorb oil in areas and also provide moisture in areas, or at least that's the claim. In my experience, when I first started using this foundation, it was a little bit oily on me. I have normal to oily skin. However, in the winter, I have more of a normal skin tone. So it is winter right now, and this foundation has been wearing really well on me and working really well in the winter. However, when I first got it, it was the summer and I didn't like it quite as much. So I'm really glad that I revisited this. But I will say, if you have extremely oily skin, this might not be the best thing for you. I'm going to show you the consistency of this. By the way, I have this in the color light, and I'm going to squeeze this out. As you can see, it's a really thick foundation. It doesn't drip or move at all. It just kind of is really thick. And I think that is because of the Amazonian Clay in it. And even the tinted moisturizer has that thick quality to it. However, this foundation definitely provides a lot more coverage. I would say a medium to full coverage. And I just swatched it right there. I have the color light, as I said. This has a yellow undertone to it. I really have a neutral undertone. I can usually use either pink toned or yellow toned foundations. On first application for me, this is a little bit too yellow, but if you have a fair to light skin tone with yellow undertones, I would recommend this. Since it was available on QVC, they have introduced more colors, so there's now two fair options, one that's more yellow toned, one that's more pink toned. They've also introduced a light medium, which is a little bit darker than this one and a little bit more pink toned, and then you get into the darker shades that are all more yellow toned, I believe. But I would check out Sephora.com for swatches, and TarteCosmetics.com has more descriptions as to what the lightness level is and then whether or not the undertone is pink or yellow. So if you have any questions on that, I would definitely check out TarteCosmetics. I would call it a natural matte finish. It definitely does not have a super dewy finish, but it's not a flat, drying matte. I am wearing it today, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. And I have been wearing this for probably about 9.5 hours. So I haven't touched up at all today with powder or anything, and I am very pleased with how it's been wearing. I don't have any oiliness on my forehead at all, and the only area that I think it's really rubbed off and it's obvious that I need it to be touched up is my chin. I can see a little bit of redness there. But all in all, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with the longevity. I think especially if you have normal skin or normal to dry skin, this is going to last a little bit longer on you. If you have normal to oily skin or oily skin, it will probably start wearing off a little bit sooner. You're probably going to have to blot a little bit, but all in all, I definitely think that this lives up to its 12-hour claim. For me, because my skin is a little bit oilier, I would feel comfortable wearing this for probably about 10 hours, which usually you don't need your foundation to last much longer than that anyway. So I have been very impressed by the longevity, and it is a really thick consistency product. So I would say start with as little as product as possible, blend it all over the face, and then build the coverage up in the areas that you need it. The thing I do really like about this, it has a really silky, nice, smooth finish. I've been really pleased by how this foundation really minimizes pores, fine lines, and wrinkles. It really just does give you a very airbrushed finish, which is very odd. You wouldn't quite expect that from just your standard thick, creamy foundation. I would compare this to Laura Mercier's Silk Cream Foundation in consistency and coverage level. If you're a fan of that foundation, you would definitely like this one. But I will say I liked this foundation better than the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation because it's more affordable. You get 1.7 ounces here for $38, and the Laura Mercier foundation is $42 for only 1 ounce. So you're getting 0.7 fluid ounces more in this product, and it's less money. So you're getting much more for your money. I like the fact that Tarte has made this in a 1.7 fluid ounce size. I would rather just buy it once, have it, be able to use it, than having to continually repurchase. And I appreciate the fact that Tarte's been able to keep their price point a little bit lower, which sticker shock might be, a little high when you first look at it. $38 for a foundation, that is kind of high. But when you consider that you're getting almost twice as much product as you would with an original standard 1 fluid ounce foundation, it's a pretty good value. Also available on Sephora.com as an online exclusive. They're selling this with the synthetic airbrush buffer brush, and it is selling for $38, which the foundation itself typically sells for $38. So if you think you have a good grasp of your color, I would definitely try to go ahead and buy it online so you can get the free brush. I really like the quality of this brush. It's very dense, very big, thick, fluffy brush. This brush is kind of created to be used in conjunction with this foundation. However, in my experience, I prefer using my Sephora Platinum number 56 airbrush. So this is not the 55, this is the 56. So it's a little smaller, a little more tapered, but very dense. Because this foundation is so thick, you really need a very dense brush to buff it around. I wouldn't recommend using a duo fiber brush or a flat foundation brush with this foundation. I would really recommend using a buffer brush. So something like this that's going to have really concentrated, dense bristles that you can use to buff the product all over your face. While I love this brush for using with mineral foundation, pressed powders, any kind of loose powders, I love it for that. I love it for touch-ups. I didn't really enjoy using it with the full coverage foundation. I felt like it ate up a lot of the product and it almost over blended it. Because this is such a thick, such a dense brush, it almost blended the product away. Now if you like a super natural look and you're looking for a little bit less coverage, you might absolutely love using this foundation with this brush, but in my opinion, I prefer something where you can just kind of pack that coverage on, really give me a good coverage yet still blend it all out. And it looks really natural. That is one thing I really like about this foundation, is that despite its really thick consistency, it doesn't get super cakey and it looks really natural. So yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend this foundation. I think it's a great value. I'm really happy that they introduced more shades, so hopefully it will help tailor towards people with pink undertones a little bit better. I really think it's a great value. It's a great product. If you're looking for something that's going to give you medium to full coverage, control oil, if you have combo skin, this is also very good for you. I think it does a really great job, and it also helps that this is just completely free of any kind of synthetic dyes, animal byproducts, mineral oils, petroleums, phthalates, synthetic fragrances. I mean, it's great putting something on your skin that you know has no irritants, no chemicals that are bad for you. So I personally really like that aspect of it as well. So anyways, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any questions on this foundation, please leave me a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye.